The repression needs to end. The repression needs to end. What does that even mean? A lot of you were brought up with crazy rules. You've been in religious organizations that taught you crazy rules, all to stifle the true you, all to make you play smaller. All and okay, it wasn't deliberate. Well, in some cases it was. Maybe parents, maybe friends, maybe, well, friends, siblings, because you were a bit wilder, a bit crazier than they wanted, and so they made you play small. They repressed you, and you continued the process of being repressed. You even began to think that the divine needs you to be repressed. That is such a mistake. For you to experience life in its fullness, you absolutely must be childlike and free and woo! Basically, you have to learn to awaken those emotions and those feelings within you so that you can experience all of life, okay? Well, I am Rosemary, Nonny. I am the Prosperity Minister, and I support you in leaving behind the pain of the past and rising victorious in your true design life. And today, we're saying the repression must stop. That self-repression. It is the childlike who inherit the kingdom. Guess what? Children are not repressed before they get wounded by some adult somewhere. Basically, they're not repressed. They are free. They are expressive. They get it wrong a lot of the time, but it doesn't freaking matter. And it's because of that ability to get back into the game, get back into life, to refuse to allow anything to faze them. It's because of that they enjoy their life. And we as adults, we have more opportunity. I sometimes look at my children. I love them to bits. And as much as possible in this household, I seek not to control. I seek not to break them, you know. I know that a lot of the ways I was brought up, there was a feeling in that time that a child's will has to be broken. Never do I want that to happen with my kids. Why? Because it is that will, that excitement that is going to allow them to prosper in life. It's going to allow them to be connected to the divine in a really powerful way. It is that, because a lot of you are thinking that unless you're perfect, you cannot be connected. A lot of you are thinking unless you get all your behaviors right, and you're so stifled, and you're trying to follow all the rules, and you're jumping through all the hoops, and you're trying to get it right. But nobody asked you for perfection. And in fact, all of that energy spent on repressing your true nature, it's keeping you away from the actual freedom and the fulfillment and the financial abundance that you desire. It's keeping you away from it. Though you tell yourself, because I don't know, maybe people are honoring your stifledness, you think it's fine. It's not fine. And it's time for a reset. It's time to wake up and wake up your inner child. Because for too long you've been beating up on yourself, trying to make yourself good. You are already good. You are already enough. You're not going to suddenly take, because a lot of people kind of hold on to their emotions because they're worried that if they really fully express themselves, they're going to suddenly do something really terrible and horrible. And yeah, you might make mistakes, but they're not going to be mistakes that completely are going to break you forever. The mistake you're making right now is continually repressing yourself and trying to obey rules and laws that do not support your expansion. You must awaken all the different parts of you. You must choose to be a childlike spirit. You must choose to be all that you are if you are to experience life in its fullness in this lifetime of yours. I need you to hear me on this, loves. The repression must stop. Let's sing our affirmation. I always go on too long before I sing it. I am creating success on my own terms. How the heck are you going to do that if you're feeling all repressed? I am creating success on my own terms. I am fulfilled and free. I live true to myself. I remember who I am. I am powerful. I am capable. I live true to myself. Here we go. I am creating success. No, there's something wrong here. Nope. I am creating success on my own terms. Should always practice before I start, shouldn't I? Here we go. No perfection here, that's for sure. I am creating success on my own terms. I am fulfilled and free. There's something wrong. Live true to myself. I remember who I am. I am powerful. I am capable. I remember who I am. I live true to myself. I am, that's it, creating success on my own terms. I am fulfilled and free. I live true to myself. I remember who I am. I am powerful. I am capable. I remember who I am. I live true to myself. That's it. I started it so completely wrong. But I am creating success on my own terms. The only way you're going to be able to truly prosper, the only way you're even going to be able to connect with the divine. And some of you, if you're anything like me, and a lot of you are, that has always been the deepest cry of your heart, is that you want to be one with the divine, to know your power, to know that connection, to know just how loved you are, and to live from that place, and to see success in the physical realm as well. There's been a part of you that always felt that if you were to be close to the divine, you couldn't experience success, and so you've almost pushed that down in order to create the success in the world, except that has not been satisfying. So now you're figuring out that you need connection with the divine, but you still don't, you're still not fully able to lean into it. And I'm here to tell you, honey, it's the only way you're going to experience true success. If you're anything like me, it's the only way you're going to experience true success is when you are in deep, intimate connection with the divine. Call it what you will. I know everybody has different name for the divine. Doesn't matter. Whatever is your source, you need that connection, because without it, you can't go that far. But the problem for a lot of you is that religion or your conditioning from childhood has broken it, has made you feel that you have to perform. You have to be something that you're not in order to prosper or even to be connected. But actually, I feel a need to remind you that it is you that is loved, not the perfect version of you. You are loved, not the one who is never afraid, who never gets it wrong. You, the real you, are loved. You can live from that foundation of knowing you're completely loved and cared for. Whatever is happening in the world, you can live from that foundation. You can know that you're safe, like a child, literally like a child brought up in a really good home. That safety, that knowing that that somebody has your back. And because you have that knowing, you can then go on to do great, amazing things. You can let go of the stuff that you don't like, because why would you hold on to the rubbish when you know that there's something more amazing available to you? But at the moment, whilst you still live this repressed, perfect life where you're trying to get everything perfect, where you're trying to appear perfect, at least that's what you were doing, you feel disconnected from the divine one because you don't think you could ever be good enough, though you don't say that out loud, okay? you feel like you're just not good enough for the life you desire because you just think that there's still more you have to get right. But actually, you're enough right now. You're loved right now. Right now, you can choose to step into the life that you desire. Right now, you can start getting the relationships you want. You don't have to stick with relationships that hurt you because you're trying so hard to get it right and to be perfect, because it must be your fault that this relationship isn't working, and so you're trying to be right. Give that up. Give up the pain of that. Start again. Let it go. Let it go. For some of you, that is the word you need to hear. Let it go. And I know it's not the word that you'll hear from a lot of people, not a lot of spiritual people particularly, or religious people. But I say to you, honey, you didn't come here to suffer, to be in sacrifice all the time. There are challenges in life. Absolutely. Yes, there are. But they don't have to be a hard, horrible, painful, ongoing, oh my gosh, I'm going to struggle forever. No, that's not. You don't have to grow that way. Though you may have been trained and thought, and you might think that the only way you can grow is through pain. It's not true. That's not the perfect design for you. But you know what? People can tell you these things forever. You are the one that has to decide. You know what? I'm done with being repressed. I'm done with trying to be this vision of perfection that some other person conditioned into me. What do I want? How do I want to show up in the world? Who do I want to be? You know, it's never too late to ask yourself that question, because sometimes you kind of get to a certain age, you start thinking, well, this must be it now. I have to be stuck here forever. It's a lie. As long as you're alive, you can choose to be whoever you are. I've said to you guys before, and I'll say it again, that one of the biggest regrets people face when they come to face dying and moving on to the next thing is they wish they had lived a life more true to themselves, rather than living a life that others expected of them. Don't let that be your regret. You have a calling, you have a vision, you have something you are here to fulfill. Don't be so repressed that you never allow yourself to fulfill it. Awaken to your true design. Let that childlike spirit run free. That is your connection to the divine, honey. That is your connection. Stop stifling yourself. Stop judging yourself as wrong. There is so much more available to you if you will allow it. Are you hearing me? Stop repressing yourself. Again, some of you really truly think that if you let all of you out, that somehow you would start killing people or doing something really terrible. That's not who you are. You're a loving, loving person. But you would learn to love in a healthy way. Because part of your repression right now is that you are allowing yourself to be somebody else's, I don't know, you call it helping them. But actually what you're doing is stifling yourself in order to be whatever it is that they need. They're still not happy. You're definitely not happy. In fact, for some of you, you've forgotten what it even means to be happy. Are you ready to awaken? Are you ready to come alive again? I mean, the world is shaking and doing all its craziness right now, but this for you could be the opportunity to reset. This could, for you, could be the day you decide, you know what, who am I actually called and born to be? That's who I'm going to start being right now. I know some people are going to be offended with me because I'm no longer available to them. But so what? You are going to be of more use to the elevation of the world by you being you than by you being just whatever somebody somewhere expected of you. Stifling yourself, repressing yourself in order to be to make somebody else happy or other people happy, telling yourself that that is being good or being nice or being kind. No, it's not. That is just codependency, and that is just painful. And that is also victimity. And victims don't win. Are you ready to awaken to your true design? Right now, the enrollment for return home to peace and plenty is open. Right now. right now you can return home to your true design, which to me is a free, fulfilled, financially abundant, and love-drenched life, if you will allow it. There are specific tools that you can learn so that you are very deliberately designing the life that you are born to live. Very deliberately. Rather than this saying the words thing that you do, but not actually experiencing the life. Because though you know that your life is supposed to be expansive and you're supposed to experience life in all its fullness, you know all of that, you have no idea how to get from here to that place. It's going to take some deliberate internal action, deliberate things you need to do. Just the same way, as I keep saying, the same way you would learn how to be in a job or learn how to do whatever it is that you do right now, you have to learn how to apply spiritual lore. You have to learn and implement certain techniques and tools to see the spiritual law working in your favor rather than against you. Are you ready to learn this stuff? If you are, then come and work with me for 21 days in Return Home to Peace and Plenty. Let's get you back to zero, to innocence, to your childlike nature. So many layers placed on top of you that need to come off. You need to awaken. You need to be free. Shake loose. Some of you getting to stay at home right now because of what's happening in the world. You're realizing things that you didn't have to realize before. Things about yourself. And some of it is ugly, and there's a tendency to try again, to repress. No, this is a time to heal. This is a time to learn what you need to do to transcend all of this stuff. Are you ready to do that? If you are, message me the word plenty, and I will get the links over to you. You go and take a look. Listen to your heart. Listen to your intuition. Listen to the divine within you saying, yes, you need to be part of this, or no, you don't. And that's fine either way. But give yourself the opportunity to know whether this is the thing that will help you break through to your next level. For some of you, it is literally going to be, even the fact that you register to join in will start opening things up for you, just like that, just like that, just like that. But you have to take that first step. So you message me the word plenty, I will get the details over to you, and if it's right for you, you join in. Stop repressing. Start living. Stop repressing. Start living. Stop repressing. Start living. You are here to live an abundant life if you will allow it. Will you allow it? I know people say with their words and their mouth that yes, of course, of course, of course, but then they do nothing different. Do not be that crazy person. Okay? I was that crazy person for a long time, so you know what? No judgment from me. If that's who you want to be, you're still incredibly loved. But if you're ready to move forward, stop repressing and start living, join me for Return Home to Peace and Plenty. Message me the word plenty to get the details of it all, and share this video with someone else, okay? We need to spread the word of the Deliberate Millionaire Pathway to Peace and Plenty. So share this with someone else. Let others begin to be inspired and empowered, especially in this crazy time. Words of encouragement need to be heard. They need to go abroad because there's too many people sharing too much about fear. Fear will never get us anywhere. Hope, faith, love, joy, peace. Honey, those things are more than enough to conquer anything. So share this with someone else and message me the word plenty if you're ready to break through. Until the next time, my loves, stop repressing, start living, and go forth and prosper. Much amazing love. Bye.